Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery. Hey, a lot to get into today. Before we do, 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. Vets, man, I love you. You have a place here. We're back to blue over here with Sport Leo. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. So here's the deal. We're going to do some cold steel fun today. I have the Tylite 6 and the Tylite Chris. Now the Tylite Chris is Donnie BLD's. It is AUS 10A, 6-inch blade, 7-inch handle. It is a liner lock. The Tylite 6 is S35VN, I believe aluminum handles, I'm not sure. 7-inch handle, 6-inch blade. This is the safe push dagger, or the drop forge push dagger, given to me by my buddy Jacob Lamb. There's going to be another review coming up this week on another knife Jacob gave me, the Cold Steel Talwar. And then we have the Immortal S35VN Grippy G10. I'm adding those two in there for a reason. Now, guys, listen. The Chris and the Tylite 6, we can't do our normal tests on. They're not bushcrafty knives. They're not made for bushcrafty. Hell, they're not even made for pocket knifey knives. They're made for one or two different reasons. Now, if you're attacked by a Bigfoot, they come in handy. So what are we going to do? We're going to do some different tests today, and I'm going to have to ask you to bear with me. I get asked often about self-defense or self-offense, and I despise the topic, but today let's talk about it. Now, a couple things you got to know. With a 6-inch blade in the state of Florida, it is illegal to carry. It's not illegal to own, and we're at the house, so we're fine. Carry concealed. Let me correct that before all my fact checkers get on me. So, a couple things you need to know about if you're going to carry something for self-defense or self-offense, however you look at it. Now, I want you to notice the tip on that Chris, and we'll get some better looks at it. It's not the greatest shaver, but it's not bad. Did a little bit right here. The tip of the Chris, the tip is almost like a viper head. It's kind of flat on the back. Both knives are pretty well balanced. Both knives you can deploy out of the pocket. They're made to speed deploy. You got to practice it, and let me say this, couple factors up front, guys. One is this video is straight for fun, just having some fun, playing around. Y'all know I love cold steel. I love the whole gambit. So bear that in mind. I'm in no way self-defense expert. Don't pretend to be, not even acting like it. I'm a dude on the internet having some fun. Now here's the deal though. Here's the deal. I had a blast making this video, but it can drive home a couple of really good points. One thing I'm pretty adamant about all the time. If you pull a knife, you're probably going to jail. Let's bear that in mind. You use a knife, you're damn sure going to jail. You say, Scab, what about self-defense? How many times do you see somebody defending themselves with a knife? So let's take that out of it. We're going to take reality out of it a little bit. And we're just going to do a what-if scenario. Now, the Tylite 6, honestly, is not a bad knife. It's really not. It is a big knife. It's a huge knife. And somebody will serve one purpose. The one thing about the Tylite 6, opposed to the Tylite Chris, is you can get a good bit of stuff done. Now, again, both are pretty well balanced. I like the aesthetics of both. This is kind of a grapefruit type deal. A quick slash there. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some slashing and some stabbing today. Now, my bad on the sunlight there, but you can see it gashed it pretty good. Easily stabs, no problem. Now, another quick slash, it damn near went in twain, son. So, right there, it ripped it pretty good. I was actually pretty impressed, a lot more than I thought I'd be, with the Tylite Chris. I like the aesthetics of it. Don't get me wrong, and I am a cold steel fan, again. But, at first holding it, I'm like, Now, here's the Tylite 6. Quick slash. Let's see what we got. About the same. They're both pretty good slashers. We're going to come back with it again. This is, like I said, and you see right there, a little better lighting, better job there, Scab. It gashed it pretty good. Neither knife An easy stab, no problem. I will say this, out of the two, I believe the Tylite 6 is a little bit better on the stabbing. There I am missing, lulling it into a false sense of security. Now, that's what I wanted to go over with you guys. A lot of this stuff, guys, y'all gonna see me miss a good bit. And I always say, practice with your stuff. Why? For this reason right here. I could have edited a lot of this video, and you know what? I decided not to. I wanted you to see, I don't ever use these knives. I want to drive home that point to you. If you are adamant about carrying a knife for self-defense, okay, cool, no problem. Practice with it. Now, we're going to do the JP stab test, John Peters stab test, where we stab the sidewall of a tire, okay? We're going to do both Tylites. I'm adding in the Immortal, and I'm adding in the Push Dagger as some control type stuff. Now, the Tylite 6 right here, you see it bit down really, really well. I believe 2 is probably its max. You see the thickness there. We're going to try for 3. Pretty good stab. Now, we're not coming from a mile back. These are quick, short stabs. Kind of a hammer grip, thumb on top. And right there, driving it home, it went 3, but it didn't get 3 off the rip. You can see the end sticking out there. Now, the Tylite 6 is a little more thinner. Now, here again, there again is that Viper head right there. And that's not the name of it, that's what I'm calling it. It actually bites in pretty damn good. Now, right here we get 2. Of course I missed. I mean, y'all know there's going to be some misses from old Scap. So we get 2. 2 was about the max. Like with the Tylite, if I'd have really, really drove it, I probably could have got 3. With the Chris, there we go. There's the hammer grip, thumb on top, coming straight down, probably a 6 or 7. Now you see right here, it went through both, but it kind of stopped, if that makes sense. Neither are bad stabbers. Now here's the Cold Steel Immortal. That's about a 3.5-inch blade, 4-inch handle, missed the shit out of that. There we go. This is a Gladius style. I love this. S35VN, Grippy G10, Triad Lock. More of a knifey knife, if you will. Yes, it's a specialty, but you can do a lot of knife stuff with it. Now, upper left-hand corner. The other thing we did is, if you're going to carry a knife for self-defense, guys, or self-defense, or whatever you're going to do with it, the big thing you got to do is not only practice with it, but you got to deploy it. Deployment becomes a big thing. So you're going to see where we just walk up to the bottle, pull the knife up top. They all slash pretty well. Now, I would say that the Push Dagger, honestly, probably stabs better than any of them, and I think that's a no-brainer. Again, I didn't bring that much more force with the Push Dagger. I love the blade shape of the Push Dagger. It's 3 inches, or a little better than 3, maybe 3.5, somewhere in there. It's 52-100. It's a solid piece. It feels very good in hand. I carry that one a good bit, but again, now right here you're going to see, let's see, right here, we just kind of walk up, deploy. I believe that's the Immortal. Yep. Decent little slash. Now the Immortal's got wave technology. The 2 Tylite Chris, there we go. Nice stab, Scabber. Looking good. Like a ninjutsu master out there, son. Now, the Tylite has got a front flipper on it. D-Bad did a video on it. And it's got a thumb stud for quick deployment. Now, we had to whip that out there. I believe that's the Chris. The Chris on this test, honestly, I believe it's good puncture, good slice right there. And then right here, good puncture. Right there, 6-inch blade. You're going to do some damage. Again, you're going to jail, but, you know, you'll do some damage. Not a problem. Now, I was a little more impressed right there with the Chris because of that head, the way it just rips. There I am, missed twice. Well, no, I didn't. Ha ha ha. There goes Scab. Now, I'm pretty sure I missed there. Come back with the backswing. Devastating power right there all day long. All of these knives, whether it's the Push Dagger, whether it's the, now slice shit out of it right there. So there you go. And again, guys, this is having fun. this is not serious. I'm sure somebody's out there just doing mental gymnastics. It's not, the sensei told me you didn't do it. Yeah, I'm sure he got his degree online. So right here, we're going to do some cardboard slashing. And again, now the Chris right here goes some nice cuts. Really, really nice cuts. But we have to be honest with ourselves. You know, are you going to carry this every day? No. Some will, and I guarantee there'll be somebody come, I'll carry 4 of them, Scab. I'll save my life 20 times. Okay, bud. All right. Now let's see how they slash on cardboard right here. Pretty good rip right there. One thing it did, and I didn't notice this up front, it went all the way around the corner. I think I noticed that in a second. That was the Chris. Now, right here, we're just swapping over to the Ty-Lites. Both are pretty good slashers. I mean, you got to figure, man, you got 13 inches of reach here. So right there, both of them. Now right here, this is what I was telling y'all. It went right around the corner. So really, really good, dug in deep. Let's see what we got here. Again, to Chris. Whoop. And if we're going to be honest, that 13 inches of reach, that's massive. That's over a foot of reach. And when you got T-Rex arms like I do, another great gash there, that foot can make a big difference. We mix it up a good bit here. We do a lot of slashes. I was really impressed. We used a shoe box. It's pretty sturdy. It's pretty stout. But you can see these things are ripping, man. You know what I'm saying? So that 6-inch blade, all that reach going right there, cut right through it. Now, the Chris is AUS 10A. I like AUS 10A. I really do. The Ty-Lite 6 is S35VN, and I'm a big fan of that as well. So you got 2 knives here. Both are liner locks. I know a lot of folks don't like liner locks, but I can tell y'all, these right here, when they lock in big time. Now you see both have little guards right there. Let's see. Pretty good control with these knives. I will encourage you again, if you are going to carry some kind of knife for self-defense, please make sure you use it every day. Practice deploying it. Practice using it. All of that. It matters. I'm telling you it matters. Now, you can tell, and like I said, I could have, edited some of these and done all that. I didn't want to. I wanted y'all to see just right off the rip how they handle. Both, honestly, not bad. I mean, they're mini swords, so for the love of God. But they handled well. They're balanced. They held up very good during these tests. And are these the best tests? I don't know. But here's a test that I really do like. Just cutting straight through. Y'all see it go right through there, that plastic bottle. Testing the tip right here. Pretty good penetration. Right here again, that tip really, really surprised me. Great puncture and just slides right down. Again, would you carry this every day? Probably not. If you're a cold steel collector, if you love cold steel, do you need one? Absolutely you do. Now, right here, you can see it is the Ty-Lite 6 is pretty sharp. We do keep it pretty sharp. And you can do some different things with it. But I'm going to be honest with you. If I had to carry one or the other, I wouldn't be disappointed in carrying either. I'm going to be honest. I mean, they both handle pretty well. The liner locks hold in pretty well. They're both constructed pretty well. And the sharpness, guys, that's up to you. That's 100%. Just like learning how to deploy a knife, just like learning how to use a knife, just like all the nuances of it, you sharpen your knife. Again, I'm not against either knife. I'm kind of a fan of both. They're not my preferred, method of carry, but they're a lot of fun. And if nothing else, you look like a front yard ninja, son. Megan's just proud as punch. We had a good time. Well, guys, listen. This one was fun. Sometimes we want to do these and just show you some different stuff. We're going to do a lot coming up this week. I've got a cold steel Talwar coming up this week. I've got a cold steel Survivalist, a 9-inch blade coming up this week. I've got a Bark River coming up. Super excited about that. And I've got another one that I showed y'all the other day. that I am absolutely, I can't wait to do. And that one will be coming up tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you which one. I'm going to surprise you with it. Well, listen, Mikey says it best. Everything's going to be all right. I'm Scab. You're not. And I'm gone, son.